Guys, welcome back to another video, and this is part 3 guys, of beating Red Dead Redemption 2 with only headshots. Let's get right into it. So I'm running over here to do a first mission with Uncle, but it's a cutscene, so I'll just shut up.
Ow! Oh, oh!
Careful not to work yourself to death there, Uncle.
I was thinking.
Yeah, does it pay well?
Oh, eventually.
So, while the rest of us are busy stealing, killing, lying, fighting to try to survive, you get to think all day.
Yeah, it's a strange world we live in, Arthur Morgan.
Do you want to head into town? See if we can find anything out?
Sure, I got some errands to run.
Great. Go check the horses are ready.
You gonna take the old man into town? You take us too?
Well, what you got planned?
Nothing. We'll find something for y'all to do. We always do.
We're bored out of our minds. Been cooped up here for 2 weeks now. Karen's about ready to murder Grimshaw.
Well, can Miss Grimshaw spare you?
Can Miss Grimshaw spare you? What's happened to you, Arthur? 3 young, healthy women want you to take them a robbing. You're worried about house chores.
Let's go.
Fair enough. You got me. Come on then.
I can't believe we're going to see civilization. Feels like weeks since we did.
Yeah, Valentine. Very embodiment of civilization. You ladies are gonna love it.
Okay then. Let's go.
All right.
So we had to start driving to Valentine, the new town. So I start to drive there, but then I start going super duper fast, run into this tree, run into that tree, go to the side, and then I run into that tree, and I'm stuck there for a good 20,000 minutes, and I fail. So I will just skip to when I retry. Okay, so we're back, and this time I don't go on the main road, I go off to the side, because I think it will get me there faster. So I do that, and I go really fast down this runway because it was just empty. Turn here, and I am already further than I was there. I would say that's a pretty smart move of mine. And we go up this hill to then where we will eventually see a carriage right there, going really, really fast for an out of control wagon. And he veers side to side, and his horses break off. So me being the nice guy I am, I crash into his cart and I get out. Because I'm obviously the best driver in the West. Get out, walk over to him, say hi, talk about him, and he tells me to go get my horse, so I do. So I start running after the horse, and then I try and get my stuff, but I go to my journal, put that back, then I get my lasso, and I start running after where the horse was, which I'm pretty sure was over there, and I was right. So I slowly go after him, and I just about catch up to him, and I take him out. Well, don't take him out, I just lasso him. Then it falls off, so I lasso again, and I jump on the horse. After trying to pet it, I get up on with the glitchy animation, and I run over there. And I lasso the ground for fun, and I have to go really slow over here, which I didn't want to do, and I jump off the horse. And that gave me some XP, well, honorable XP, and I go over to the wagon, and we get a move on. But I'm obviously the best driver in the West, that I run over this guy's horse right after doing it. So then we slowly head over to Valentine. You can see there, I look back to see the horse, and then the train starts moving, but I try and cut it off, but then I noticed that was just not going to work, and I was going too fast that I couldn't slow down, and I completely run into the side of that train. And that is another fail added to the book. Okay, so it turns out if I crash near Valentine, I have to restart the entire thing. So me being mad, I start speeding down this little area faster than I did before. And then I slow down right there because I didn't want to hit the tree. And I just skip right past there because I just don't want to deal with it. And I keep going so fast. I just want to get it over with. And we are already near where the wagon would be coming by. And enter the wagon. So then I almost run into those rocks, which would have ruined it. And then cue the swerving horses. And then it goes. And we see the horses run off like before. But this time I ain't just having it. So I drive past him and leave him. Then I go and I try and go really fast after passing those guys and tell Tilly that I just didn't want to do it. So then I go really fast and cue the train moving. So I was about to try and cut the train off, but I didn't. But this time, me being the smart guy I am, I slow down for the train. And then we go. But I was a little worried here that I was going to smack into these guys. But I got past real nice. And we go through Valentine. So we slowly drive through the town. Again, this is the first time we have been in a civilization since the Blackwater Massacre, I could say, with the ferry boat. And we turn off after this little straight patch, turn off onto the main road. And we slowly drive through here to the town we will get to know very, very well. And we slowly go down. I almost hit this guy down here. I was terrified that I was gonna. But then we see the spot we're gonna pull over to, and we go slower. But we had a lot of space here, so that was pretty nice. And we find it, and we park. And after this, well, I almost ran into that guy. After this, we hop on out, and then Tilly and the other girls go and like try and find out good stuff about the people and like robberies. As me and Uncle get ready to go into the saloon, I'm pretty sure. I don't know, but we go on. But Uncle has to stop by the general store, so we go to the general store. But he did say he has to run errands, but I'm pretty sure that was just an excuse because he just wanted to get it over with. Well, get out of that camp. So we talk about other like stuff, and we slowly walk towards the general store. And we just walk and talk. I tried to look at these posters to see if there's anything valuable on them, which there wasn't, like valuable information. Then we start talking about how Uncle is Arthur's favorite parasite, and then he goes back on it, and then he goes back on it again, and then he says it, and they start going in. And then Uncle starts looking around everywhere, picks up the whiskey. I start looking around, and he tells me about getting a cigar. I started looking at the stuff. I wanted to get the horse reviver, but it didn't allow me to. So then I just stopped and went and got a cigar. Passed by Uncle there, looked for his cigars for a little bit, and then I saw them. And I walk over there and I pick up the cigar, pay for it, and then I go over here try and get the horse reviver, but it doesn't allow me to, because I already know that when I do get a good horse, it's gonna die immediately. But then I stop and I get some candies, and I start to walk out, but this leads into a cutscene, so I'll just shut up.
Here's to your good health, my sir. It's a funny world, you know. This time in my career, I pictured myself being married to an heiress.
Gentlemen, I think I got something good.
What?
I snuck into this fancy house. Acted like a servant girl. Usually works. Someone was saying her sister was taking a trip from New York or someplace. Train full of rich tourists heading to Saint Denis and then cruising off to Brazil.
Okay.
A train laden with baggage and passing through a bit of deserted country at night as to get to the docks in time for the tides in some place called Scarlet Meadows.
Yeah, I know it. Yeah, it's right out near New Hanover. Right, it's real quiet out there.
Sounds good. Where's Tilly and Karen?
I think at the hotel. They were picking up some drunken fellas that they was gonna rob.
Why?
It seemed easy. They have been gone for quite a while.
I guess I'll go see if there's any trouble.
Oh, there's Tilly over there. That does not look ideal.
Excuse me.
So after this cutscene, I have to run over here because Tilly's getting beaten up by some random guy. So I have to warn him off, and I pull up my gun, pointing at him to be scary, apparently, and me shooting it in the sky apparently warns the entire place about my presence. So I'll just skip past this. So I run over here like last time, yell at this guy for touching Tilly, and I point my gun at him, but I don't shoot in the sky because apparently that's illegal. Then he stops and tells me to be friendly, but I just don't want to be, apparently, even though I'm just pointing a gun at him. I don't know what the problem is. And I point up in the sky to apparently point him away from her. So he slowly backs off of her, and she thanks me. And I slowly walk into the hotel. You can see me hippity and hoppity all my way there. Opens up, and I go upstairs to find Tilly. Well, not Tilly, Karen, I'm pretty sure her name is. And we go up here. And to go down this hallway to find Karen. It's locked, so I kick down that door. And I see him beating up Karen, so I'm not having none of that. So he gets one good punch on me, well, two. I smack his head against the fireplace, and I would say I won that fight. So then I pick that up, and Karen's trying to escape, but then it's very, very slow walk downstairs, so I'll just skip to when we get down. So as you can see, we have made it downstairs, but this leads into cutscene, so I'll just shut up.
Thank you, Arthur. I don't much like being saved, but when I have to be.
I understand.
You okay?
Sure. He only punched me. Arthur punched him a lot harder.
All right, then.
Hey, who's that guy over there looking at us?
Weren't you in Blackwater a few weeks back?
Me? No, sir. Ain't from there.
Oh, you were. Well, I definitely saw you with a bunch of fellers.
Me? No. Impossible. Listen, buddy, come here for a minute.
I saw you.
Come here.
Come on, get!
I don't like this.
Me neither. Go get the girls home. I'm gonna go have a word with our friend.
Be careful, Arthur.
Just a word.
So, as you saw there in that cutscene, this guy saw us in Blackwater, and we have to chase him down through Valentine, and so he doesn't go and tell the cops, and our entire game gets shut down because of him. So, we ride over here. He's telling me that it didn't mean nothing, and I go down this hill with him. He goes over here, tries to stop, but in case he goes flying off of this mountain. I jump off my horse to go check on him, pull up my gun to be all menacing, point it at him, and I shoot above him to be scary, but apparently that triggers some mental flashbacks and he flies off the mountain. But then me being the dumb human I am, I fall off with him and I die, and I'll just skip to when this is over. So apparently I died, but I also finished the mission. So that was pretty nice, and I find this beauty of a thing. And Jose is just standing there, but this leads into cutscene, so I'll just shut up.
What are you hunting? An elephant?
I wish. No, I saw a huge bear. One of the biggest I ever saw. I reckon nearly 1,000 pounds.
My God. But you need me to come with you.
Of course. Let's go.
Where are we heading exactly?
Up near the Dakota River. Might take a day or two.
I could do with a break from this place.
Oh, me too. It's been a rough couple of weeks. You need anything?
I don't think so. I got all I need.
Let's go then. So you still ain't replaced Boadicea?
Nah, I miss her. She was quite a horse. This one's okay, but ain't no Boadicea.
I've been meaning to offload this big Shire horse for a while now. Unruly bastard.
Where'd you get him?
Some big, loudmouth bastard tried to rob me and was out riding, so I... Well, you know how it is.
I see.
Let's take him to Valentine. It's on the way, sorta. There's a decent dealer there. We'll unload him, you can buy yourself a new horse. Put your saddle on him, let's get going.
So as you heard there, we are going hunting with Hosea, and we are taking, not this horse, but the other horse, in to get a new one.
I guess you're right.
So I walk over here to the other horse, and I saddle him up,
You won't throw me?
and we get on the horse and we start riding to Valentine. But that takes a little while, so I'll just skip to when we get there. So as you can see, we have made it to Valentine and we have made it to the stable. But this leads into a cutscene, so I will just shut up.
I'm going off to the general store. Get a few things to lure that bear out with. Meet you back here in a bit.
Hey, how can I help you?
I'm in the market for a new horse. Something strong and fast.
Yeah, well, you're in the right place. I got some beauty in at the moment. Yeah. And what about this one here? Yeah, you looking to sell?
I ain't sure yet.
You got papers?
No. No papers.
Well, of course, that's gonna affect what I can pay. But your luck's in. I got a fella who's been looking for a decent workhorse like this for a while. He'll pay a good price. Otherwise, I can always stable him here for you. Here, take a look.
So as you saw there, we can either choose to stable it or sell it, and I choose to sell the horse because I just want a new one. So then we look around. I don't want to pay nothing for a horse, so I go down to the one I got for pre-ordering the game. And in the comments down below, you guys can pick the name for the horse if you want, whatever you want. Doesn't really matter. So then we got the horse, which is pretty nice, but this leads into cutscene, so I'll just shut up.
Well, I don't sell anything other than good animals. You have my word on that. All right, let's see. Here are your papers. And on me, a new grooming brush and some treats.
Appreciate it.
All right, you treat this fella well. I know he's gonna look after you just fine.
So, as you saw in that cutscene, we have our horse, named Horse, until one of you guys in the comments comes up with a new name. So, we get on, and we head to where we saw the huge bear, but that takes, like, forever. So I'll just skip till we get to that time. So, we have made it to the campsite we stay at for a little bit, and we are given the task by Hosea to go hunt a rabbit for food. So I get my, well, what I thought was my bow, but then I do get my bow out. And then I track some trails of the rabbit. So I follow them, and they lead down here, so I just go on with it. and I look for them, and I couldn't see them, but then right out of the corner of my eye, I see a bunch of them start running. So them, I aim in on one that I thought it was going to be a good shot, but then it runs away and I start running out of energy. So then I wait for it to go back there, because I see it run. I wait for it to stop, and I pull the trigger. Well, I pull the bow back and I shoot. And then I get my arrow back and I pick up the rabbit and I take it back to Hosea and our campsite. We had to run up this little hill, and then when we get back up there, pretty sure it goes into a cutscene, I don't know. But so we get up here with Hosea, and we build a camp. So then we build a camp with our thing, and we build it straight away. So we have made it, and we have the task, well, not task, we can cook the rabbit over the fire, which I choose to do.
Fine by me.
And I cook it, and like a normal person, well, no normal person, but Arthur, obviously he likes his steak, well, rabbit, burnt to the crisp. So I obviously make it for him the way he loves it and ate it as a child, burnt to a crisp. And then I make one more burnt piece of rabbit, and I stow it away after I'm done it. And even after all that, Hosea decides that he won't have any, but then I exit, and then I go to bed after talking a little bit with Hosea. I'm given the chance to go to bed,
I want to be up at first light to find this
which you will see in a couple seconds, right here. I can go to bed,
He better be worth
and
all
then
this drama.
I'll just skip through the night.
Morning, Arthur.
Ugh.
You ready?
Well, give me a minute.
Coffee?
Sure.
There you go.
So, what's your plan?
Well, we'll see if we can track him, but we might need to lay bait to draw him out. Bears like fish, obviously, but they also have a sweet tooth. A lot of fellas bait, then shoot from the trees, but I prefer to hunt on the ground. More dangerous, but we'll have a much better chance of getting a good shot in. And if he bolts, we can start right off after him. Can you mix up this bait for me while I finish packing this up? Fish, berries. Now tie it up in that rag when you're done.
I hope you know.
As you saw in that cutscene, we are given the task by Hosea to make this bait, which I cook up really quick, and he asked us to shut down this entire camp, like destroy it. So I do that, well, after thinking it was in that menu, but it's just right there. So then I take it down, and we can go on our way down the hill, but this takes a long while, so I'll just skip past it. So as you see, we have made it down to the bottom, and we have to look for, it's like a scavenger hunt. We have to look for tracks for the bear, and I find a paw print, which then leads us to follow the tracks and find more and more of these things. But this takes a very long while, so I'll just skip to when we lay the bait. So as you can see over here, we are laying the bait, but it leads into a cutscene, so I'll just shut up.
Now, a little optimism, Arthur.
Well, what do you think?
I think we split up and each look.
Either that or we could place bait here.
That could work. Which you think?
Let's bait here.
Fine by me. Let's leave the bag over there. By those boulders up ahead.
As you saw in that little cutscene, we are given the choice to bait, well, split up or bait right there, and I chose to bait over here because I already know what happens, but you guys might not if you haven't played it. So I put the bait down. The same thing happens either way, so it doesn't really matter. So I put the stuff down, and Arthur and Hosea go hide behind this rock and wait for the bear to come. So we wait for a little while for the bear, and then Hosea decides that he wants to go check it after like 2 seconds of it, which I didn't really find normal. Well, isn't really a normal thing someone would do. And Arthur says he looks a little nervous, because I bet he is. It's like he said it was a... See? And he goes over here, check on the bait, but I already know. Well, I already know what happens, so I'm ready for it. Really ready for it. Like, I've played this game a bunch of times, like maybe at least 5 times or 4. And so I just go over here and I have to look at the bait, but this leads into a cutscene, so I'll just shut up.
Got your knife? Shit. Easy. No, it's too close.
So as you saw there in that little tiny cutscene, the bear comes and I go into Deadeye mode, and I just start shooting at the bear because I don't want to die. And there's a guy over there, and I keep marking it and shooting at it because I've killed it once, and it's pretty cool. But I couldn't do it this time for you guys, but that doesn't really matter. And I go back over to Hosea, but this is the cutscene, so I'll just shut up.
It's nothing. Nothing at all.
Thank you, I think. That was fun.
You know what, Arthur Morgan? I'm a little old and beaten up to be after the biggest game. You can have this.
What is it?
It's a map. A man in a bar gave it to me. Well, I stole it from him, but that's another story. He said it told him where to find some real big animals.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure. You saved my life, Arthur. I think I'm going back to camp to lick my wounds. You coming, or you gonna track that monster? Well,
I'm coming with you.
let's get going then.
So as you saw there, I was given the chance if I wanted to like stay or go with Hosea, and I chose to go with Hosea. But it takes a while for us to get back to camp, so I'll just skip to the when that happens.
Thanks, Arthur.
So as you have seen, we have made it back to the camp, and we have to hitch our horse and get off. And that is where I am going to end it for today, guys. If you enjoyed this episode, I'll ask you to please like the video, and if you're feeling extra generous today, subscribe please. And just for fun, comment a name of the horse that we have. Named horse, we need a name for him now. But other than that, see you later. Have a good day.